Title: Soulmate Search Part 4. Well, after having met prospects from matrimonial websites, this time Ravi has to meet someone who is his mother's ex-colleague's daughter going by the name Disha. Ravi's mother used to work in the same office with Disha's mother 15 years back. Just few days back, in a chance encounter, they met in the neighborhood market and while discussing about the children and what they were up to now. A prospective alliance was being discussed and a meeting arranged between the children. The venue chosen was a cafe in the nearby mall on a warm Sunday afternoon. Ravi reached the place on time at around 1 p.m. and Disha also followed suit within the next 5 minutes. So Disha had done masters in statistics and she worked as an analytics consultant with a tech firm. On the first look, she was dressed in a pink suit with minimal makeup and had a cheerful smile on her face. Overall, in first appearance, she came across as an individual with a pleasing personality. After the initial greetings, both settled down and ordered food and drinks. Initial discussion focused on their respective careers, future goals and hobbies, etc. Sneha came across someone who seemed to be very comfortable with such discussions, not particularly consumed by the occasion, and one who wishes to put forth her opinion on the subject of contention. Ravi was highly impressed with her alacrity of thought, her ability to break down every situation into detail, and her all-rounder abilities. Actually, she was also a voracious traveler and used to maintain her own travel vlog, which indeed seemed very impressive to Ravi. After all these random talking points, things actually began to meander to the context they were actually here for. Disha was also very particular about everything here, too. So after talking a bit about what kind of a person would be an ideal life partner to her, she mentioned something which was normally discussed by elders when marriages happen in Indian context. Disha, what she mentioned was that she wants a normal marriage without any major pompous celebration, etc. Ravi was also very appreciative of her thoughts on this as he considered this as a wastage of money. The next condition that Disha mentioned was that she wanted to have a marriage in a temple with few close family, friends, etc. This was also something that Ravi was agreeable to as he and his parents were also highly religious, and both Disha's conditions were acceptable to Ravi. But in the end, Ravi did mention one point to her, and he would also let his parents know about all these things so that they could discuss things with her parents accordingly. So after the meeting in the evening, Ravi mentioned everything that transpired to his parents. Ravi's parents were also content with Disha's requirements, but his mother was surprised that since she was an acquaintance with Disha's mother, these things could have been discussed amongst the elders too beforehand. So she called up Disha's mother, and what transpired next was very surprising. Disha's mother was completely ignorant of what Disha had mentioned to Ravi, and she was completely surprised as they were looking to hold a pompous wedding celebration in which more than 200 guests would be there from their side. Disha's mother checked this with Disha, and she uttered extremely opposite stuff by mentioning that this requirement of a small wedding celebration came rather from Ravi and not her. Ravi's mother, when told the things that Disha had uttered to her mother to Ravi, he was shocked, and Ravi's family suspected something out of the order in this proposal. Their thought process was that maybe Disha wasn't keen on the proposal due to some reason best known to her, and she thought that maybe by hearing her conditions, Ravi himself would say no to the marriage proposal.